Social Security, and the must-have increase of $2,400 for everyone. I have all the details for you here in the video and what just happened the other day. Let's get right into it. I know just a few days ago, I was out in a separate dedicated live stream where I was talking about some hot information right off the wire as Bernie Sanders was on the floor in the speaking talking about a $2,400 increase for all Social Security beneficiaries, otherwise known as a $200 per month raise. Now, this is very encouraging in my opinion, as Bernie Sanders was out talking about this right now, as we know that a lot of information is happening as it pertains to Social Security, including a lot of changes that may be coming to this program. So right now with Bernie Sanders out talking about this, I feel like, hey, this is probably a pretty good time to implement something like this as well. Well, as a result of that live stream I had the other day, I've had a number of you here in the community reaching out saying, hey, can you tell us more about this? What did Bernie Sanders say? What are all the details about this? When are we going to get it? Who's going to get it? Who's going to be included? All the details like that. So yes, that's what I want to follow up here as well. And I do want to bring you a clip of Bernie Sanders speaking from the floor in the Senate, again, just a couple days ago. Now, to be 100% fair with you, it is not the entire speech from Bernie Sanders from the floor in the Senate. I actually chopped out about a 1-minute clip out of his speech. I did listen to the entire thing, and the part that pertains to the $2,400 increase, again, is only about a minute long or so that I do bring you in just a minute here in this video. So I want to break that all down. I'm going to point out some key points that Bernie Sanders made in his little speech here, as well as I do want to point out one that I find to be a little bit insulting. Let's just say that much, okay? So we will talk about that. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what he's saying here, but I'll point that out as well. And then we'll talk about the $200 per month raise or $2,400 increase on an annualized basis, again, for everybody based on what Bernie Sanders is saying, okay? So I'll bring that clip in here in just a second. However, you see that phone number there hanging out on your screen? This will connect you with your dedicated Medicare team. Again, by the way, this is your exclusive phone number for all of you right here in this community. And by the way, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you here in this community have already called them. They will go to work immediately helping with your Medicare needs, including Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Part D, initial enrollment into Medicare, Medigap plans. The list goes on and on. It's very, very, very confusing. But here's the cool part. They will do all the research, they will find all the plans in your local area and isolate those down to the best plan with the best price, with the best coverages for your personal preferences and what you're looking for, including personal preferences, like I said, or prescription needs if you have any, doctors, providers, prescribers, offices, clinics, networks, things like that. They find all of it that you want and they present you those options, and guess how much? Free. They do it for free. It's absolutely incredible. I absolutely love this, what they're doing for so many of you here in the community. And like I said, hundreds of you, like seriously, we're approaching 1,000 people here in the community that have already called them. That is incredible. So again, they do it 100% for free. If you've not called them, make sure to call them with all your Medicare needs. They will help you out, especially right now. It's a pretty important time of year to be doing something like this. So they will help you out with all that. Again, write that number down, take a picture of the screen, take a screenshot, whatever you've got to do, and make sure that you give them a call. They are waiting right now on standby to talk to you, and they will help you 100% for free. If they try to charge you anything, seriously, send me the bill. They won't, okay? It's free. Okay, so anyway, they know that, I know that, and again, they're helping so many of you, which is absolutely incredible. All right, so again, take a picture, take a screenshot, write the number down, give them a call. But again, with that being said, I want to bring in Bernie Sanders now. Here he is speaking from the floor in the Senate. Listen closely to what he says here, and I will come back in just a minute, and we will dissect what he talks about. And again, I'll point out that little point that I think is maybe a little bit insulting. All right, anyway, Bernie Sanders and the $2,400.
Instead of cutting Social Security and giving tax breaks to billionaires, Congress must expand Social Security so that every senior in America can retire with the dignity and the respect that he or she deserves. Further, importantly for the younger generation, we must also make Social Security solvent for generations to come. So that is the goal. The goal is to say to seniors all over this country, in the richest country on earth, we're going to address the fact that many of you can't quite figure out how to buy the food you need, heat your homes, get the prescription drugs you need. You are struggling. You help build this country. You are our parents and our grandparents. We stand with you. And that is why, Mr. President, I have introduced legislation today with 10 of my colleagues, Senators Warren, Merkley, Welch, Padilla, Smith, Van Hollen, Markey, Booker, Gillibrand, and Whitehouse, to accomplish both of those goals. This legislation would make Social Security solvent for the next 75 years. It would lift millions of seniors out of poverty, and it would expand benefits for seniors and people with disabilities by $2,400 a year. Now, I know that in a world here in Washington where the government is now run by billionaires, $2,400 doesn't seem...
All right, so there it is, a little clip of Bernie Sanders speaking from the floor of the Senate just a few days ago, and as you clearly heard him talk about, the $2,400 increase, again, being introduced by himself and 10 of his colleagues in the Senate. Now, this is very encouraging. However, this would be implemented as a result of the passage of the Social Security Expansion Act. That is the legislation that he is reintroducing. Now, to be 100% fair, he did introduce this originally back about a year and a half or so ago, give or take a little bit, and now he's bringing it back here again and talking about the Senate and how they need to pass this at once for the people. Now, this would be a very good time to do this, considering we're going through so many different changes and the implementation of DOGE going around, poking around within Social Security and things like that. This would probably be a good time to do something like this as long as they're, implementing all these different changes. And earlier this year as well, they passed that other law, again, the Social Security Fairness Act, where now would probably be a pretty good time to implement something like this. But here's what I want to point out for you as well. Again, he's talking about seniors and people with disabilities. Did you catch that part? Because I've had a lot of people here in the community saying, hey, SSDI here, would I be included? Well, according to what Bernie Sanders just said, he said seniors and people with disabilities, and he's talking about the $2,400. Now, I think you know this. I just want to clarify really quickly. $2,400 per year, which is $200 per month, okay? I just want to throw that out there. I know you know that. Just want to make it very clear so there's no misunderstanding, no miscommunication here, okay? But anyway, let me point out really fast here as well, the part that I thought was a little bit insulting based on what he said. And again, maybe I'm just reading into this too much. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what he's saying here. But did you hear him at the beginning of the little speech there? He said, seniors who can't figure out how to buy food, pay for the rent, utilities, prescriptions. He went on with a little list there. But the part that kind of bothers me is he said, can't figure out. Pretty sure you can figure it out. I mean, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure seniors can figure it out. You know how to do this, okay? It's not like you're sitting around like dazed and confused, like, I can't figure out how to do this. No, you know how to do that. I wish he wouldn't have said that because I feel like that's kind of insulting. It's kind of like a rude way to say that, like, they can't figure out how to pay their bills. They can figure it out. They know how to do it. Okay, we're very clear on how to do this, Bernie. We know what we're doing here, okay? I feel like, don't talk down to us like that, okay? That's how I'm feeling inside, okay? But my point is, the situation is, we don't have the money. That's the problem. Seniors, people with disabilities don't have the money to do it, okay? We clearly know how to do it. It's very clear cut. We know what the steps are to do these things. But the problem is the money is not there to pay the bills, to put the food on the table, to pay the utilities, to get the prescriptions. It's things like that where we need to be very creative, right? And I've said this before in other videos as well. I happen to think, this is my opinion, I do think that fixed income beneficiaries, whatever the type of benefit it is, it literally doesn't matter. But if you're living on a fixed income benefit and you're relying on that income as your only source of income and you get paid one time per month, again, I happen to think that fixed income beneficiaries are probably the most savvy people when it comes down to their finances, okay? I mean, here's the thing. What about the person that gets paid weekly or bi-weekly from a paycheck? Are they very savvy? Okay, some of them probably are, but the vast majority, probably not all that savvy. Why? They know they got another check coming in next Friday. But if somebody's getting a fixed income benefit and they get paid once per month, do you think that person is like hyper savvy? Yes. Why? They've got to live on that little monthly benefit for an entire month before they get paid again, okay? That takes like ingenuity, that takes creativity, that takes a very savvy person to be able to do that. And a lot of you here in the community, I know for a fact do that. I've seen the comments, I love it, right? The different things that people do to spread that money out as much as possible. I love the strategies out there. I've seen it over the years here. A lot of really good implementations, and I really, really like that. So anyway, that is the clip of Bernie. And again, you can go out and you can watch the full video of Bernie speaking if you want to. You can certainly do that. I did it a couple times, to be honest with you. It's kind of boring. It's not all that great. But this is the part where he really emphasized the $2,400 and basically who it goes to and things like that. Okay, that's why I wanted to bring it to you. So, yeah, let's just see what happens here. And again, I know I've said that. I know it's kind of a vague answer, but let's just see what happens. I mean, seriously, it's obviously not passed right now. Okay, I think that's pretty obvious, but let me just point it out and just make that very clear. It's not passed right now, but he is calling on the Senate to pass it immediately and get this implemented. Now, would this be pretty helpful? Massively helpful, right? Especially right now, as we do know for a fact that Social Security is sending out big lump sum payments literally every single day for millions of beneficiaries out until the end of the month here, okay? So do we think that this would be pretty helpful right now to maybe, I don't know, help out a bunch of other people right now that possibly also need a raise to their benefit? Yeah, exactly, right? So anyway, I will continue to keep this on my radar. I will continue to watch this very closely and bring you any further updates on this as we get any other details out of Bernie or, the Senate or lawmakers on any changes on Social Security. I'm literally watching it every single day and bringing you the details as we get it. So I hope this helps a little bit further. Again, I can certainly jump on another live stream. I can talk about this more in a separate video, whatever you need. Let me know. If I miss something here, let me know. I can certainly come back and talk about this further. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts. Next, make sure to call the guys over at Chapter. They're waiting for you with your dedicated and exclusive phone number there on the screen. Give them a call. Again, it's 100% free. They'll find you the best plan at the best price with the best coverages so you can see the doctors you want, the networks, the providers, get the prescription coverages you want or need if you have any at all. They will do that 100% for free. 100% for free. Again, nearly 1,000 of you here in the community have already called them. That's incredible. Seriously, getting that help, which is so cool. I love it, right? I love extending any hope I possibly can here in the community, especially free stuff. This is free, absolutely free, which is so cool. Anyway, feel free to give them a call. Otherwise, let me ask a huge favor of you. Who do you know? Think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that you know that would benefit from this video here or with their Medicare needs. Please share this video with them. Otherwise, share that phone number there on your screen with them. Again, take a screenshot, take a picture, share the video to them, and just help some other people out right now. Again, going through the process of Medicare is so confusing, okay? It's so confusing, but these guys are absolute experts. They will help you with it. And again, 100% for free. So thank you so much for sharing this with your friends, your family, your social media, your neighbors, your acquaintances, your siblings, whoever you can think of. I know you can think of a list of just a handful of small people. Go ahead and share this with them. And again, thank you. Really appreciate it. Let's help as many people as we possibly can right now through this very confusing time. I'm here for you. Otherwise, please subscribe as well. 100% free to do so. Big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, check out the other thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos down below in the description or popping up on your screen now. You'll see some videos there as well. Please have a nice day. That's literally all that matters right now. And I really hope I can see you again soon in the next video.